Yeah, first of all, let's do a little bit of work together to activate you. That's instead of asking you, how are you doing? Feel you great? And applause. No, please tell us if you are familiar with euRobotics or if you heard from euRobotics the first time. Come on. Okay, there's no other movement, then please show us the results. Only 27% are familiar with euRobotics, what we are doing. Therefore, okay, then let's yeah, it's getting less, but 54% we have to convince. Okay, then let's continue with the presentation. Yeah, when I came to UK, it felt a little bit different compared to the last years because I had to do this ETA and got through the immigration, which remembers us to this fantastic development of Brexit. And I remember the time when it happened. The European Commission and euRobotics was part of a public-private partnership with the Commission for a decade. The Commission tried to take pressure on us. How can you continue, or are you willing to continue with directors coming from UK? And I mentioned to them, hey, what are you talking about? They can do what they want, and the Brexit, okay, that's an opinion, but the land is part of Europe. It did not move, and if it was yesterday part of Europe, then it's today part of Europe, and it will be tomorrow part of Europe, and that's our goal, independently from the political developments and movements. We are seeing you guys and the community here as a strong part of the European robotics community, and I'm really happy to continue and to work on keep this link pretty close. And we had a good discussion with the UK-based associations yesterday, where I can talk a little bit about later. Back to your question or your feeling. What's euRobotics? We heard that euRobotics was founded more than 10 years ago as a link between the Euron and the Europe, the industrial and the research networks. Okay, that was driven a bit by the European Commission, telling us with a public-private partnership, they only want to talk to one person and not to two. Therefore, we had to bring people together, and at the end, that was exactly the best step we ever can do, because that's the success story, to have industry and research, or research and industry on the same eye level, sitting close together. And we have members from industry, we have members from research, from RTOs, we have them from all the different countries, which you can see on the screen here, and a lot from UK, where we are very proud about. We have topic groups. We will talk about this later on in details. Preparing all the grassroots information for us and for our strategy and the strategic development. And we are managing a couple of events comparable to the event here. And once again, it's a great event. I was so impressed yesterday when I saw it the first time. I didn't expect this, and that's really cool. Key people from the UK organizations, to give you the feeling that we are really a part of you and you are a part of us, are beside of Steve supporting us all the time with the communication part. Coming from UK, we had former directors like Jeff and David and Andy being part of the game. And still today, I'm proud that we have two directors. One is Rich from Shadow Robotics and David from iRobot. By the way, I would feel a little bit better if you would stand here and doing some cheerleading. Would be cool. And Carol, he is supporting us since many years and being the responsible person for the forum in 2027. A hell of a task. I'm very happy that on your side and not on mine. And would like to mention two other persons, Patrick and Radhika, running one of our topic groups, and many more. Perhaps for sure I forgot many, but it should give you the feeling that there is really a close link between both groups. What's motivating us in the moment? Taking a look on robotics, and if we try to remember what happened in the past, a few on the programs from the Commission is not too bad, because 2 programs ago they started to invest in invention, and then they moved to do the investment in innovation to get startup funded and so on. And now we are more in the situation to think about deployment. How can we do the rollout? We have so many startups, we have so many small companies, and it's very hard for them to bring robots into the market, to grow from these small environments surrounding them. I always named it fools, friends and families, doing some investment using their products, but now really delivering to the market and bringing it to the end users. That's really difficult. And I think we have to focus on this. We have to find a solution to support them. And from your association yesterday in the roundtable, we learned it's exactly the same situation here in the UK, like in all the other states in Europe. There is one issue that the impact of the IP retention. You remember I was working for KUKA for 30 years. KUKA was overtaken by the Chinese. And then the discussion started, oh, now all the IP is going to China. How can we protect this? In my opinion, that's exactly the wrong question. How can we protect it to give it to China, to somebody else? That's not the issue, because we already deliver the robots to China. They are using our technology, building cars in China with KUKA robots. The big question is, how can we protect Europe that we can use it together with them? An example, there is a company called Metaio. They supported Apple. First, VW with augmented reality, and then Apple with the development of a system like the HoloLens from Microsoft. And Apple bought Metaio and took them from the market. The same happened with Kiva Robots and Amazon. And then the IP is no longer accessible to Europe. And that's the problem. It's not the problem that the IP is located there. The issue must be that we still can use it. And our contracts and our financing has to give us a guarantee that even if it's bought from somebody outside of Europe, it's still available in Europe. That's my learning from the situation we had at KUKA. Integration of robots, big task. If I want to use a robot, I have to pay 10K, 20K, 30K with all the hardware, but till the system runs, I have 4, 5, 6 times higher investment. That means that's the biggest problem, to get the robots spread over the SMEs and the smaller companies, because it's different if I want to do the invest in a mid-sized car, or if I want to do an investment like a flat or a house. And the world was okay. That was what we did. We worked on this, and it kept us busy. And step by step, I think we are improving altogether. But then shit happens. Election in US, and beside of the war which we had on the eastern side of Europe, and all these terrible developments, we recognize that on the western side, with all the taxes and all the disturbances, it's pretty difficult for us, and nobody knows what's coming in the future, how the development will continue. Can we use all the technology? Can we use all the data forms? Do we get all the AI chips we need in the future? Or whatever, you name it, you can add a ton of different examples to recognize this. And this perhaps brings us in the first step to an idea. If we are talking with two voices, and I remember when your premier was sitting in the Oval Office, and first, before he was there, he did some kind of found some agreement with van der Leyen. That means two parties talking with one message. I think that's a big strategy which we can follow, because if the other side wants to do the divide and conquer approach, let them do it. If all the divided parts are singing the same song, I think it's a perfect development, and it works. If we look, if you take a look on the document here, the Smart Machines 2035 from the UK leadership, and on the other hand, a similar document from us. The content is more or less the same. It's the same message, and that's I think a pretty good development, which makes us strong in Europe. And it's ongoing. It's ongoing. There is a new position paper from the VDMA telling us that the situation with US is completely unclear and challenging. Okay, that's nothing new. Everybody knows about this. But the offer is we are putting all this stuff together, and we are opening it up for you guys too. And if you add your knowledge to our platform, I think then we are stronger than ever. And the clear message is we now need a plan B. We now need a plan B. We should not close or shut up Europe. That's not the goal. We can use whatever is available from Asia, like gearboxes, motors, castings, whatever we need, and all the nice tools on the IT, on the AI stuff from US. But we have to be able in Europe to develop, to produce, and to deploy a European robotic solution. That means to solve our problems, or to solve our tasks given us by the mega trends, the overaging workforce, the aging society, the health issues, and you can see them a little bit on the slide: the fresh water, the good food, the agriculture, infrastructure, renewing infrastructure, all work where we have to fight against shortening the workforce. And robotics would be really a good help in these areas. To make this happen, we have to have a guarantee that we are able to do it, even if Google perhaps decides no longer to support us with their software, or if we don't get the Chinese motors anymore. We have to have solutions here in Europe, and that's our goal. That changed a bit after the developments in US, and we have to focus on this, which means the widespread robotics deployment is a main goal, as I explained. And to make this happen, we should not forget that regulation is an issue, and I remember that as for the small companies, it's always difficult to deliver their stuff all over Europe, including UK, based on different standards and regulations in the different countries. And that's something which we should and which we have to address. And we found an agreement yesterday with the UK association that we will push here, trying to do something good. Like it worked a bit with the OPC-UA approach, getting rid of all the different field buses and to use these as a standard. I was for a long time at a CTO at one of the big manufacturers. I was telling all our customers that's not possible, because it's so great if KUKA and the FANUC would not fit together, because then you can argue I have the better interface than the other one, give me additional euros. But to be honest, the standard is the key, and we started the standard with the key based on the PC-based robot controllers many years ago, and everybody is using it now. From the UK to Europe and back, what I would like to learn, or what we all perhaps would like to learn, is where are the strong regions in Europe? Do we have them? And I remember we have the forum, had the forum 25 in Stuttgart. They have the Robot and Cyber Valley in Odense with Universal Robots. You have a big robot field. 20 is pretty strong in healthcare. And you have other regions all over Europe, and it would be cool if we would put this knowledge about the UK market and the UK regions to the table, and to put this all together in one landscape. And based on this, from these regions, we have active people working together in our topic groups. Really many of them. We have more than 30 topic groups, and we have up to 50, 200 people being active in one of these topic groups. And it's a fantastic development. It's independent from the membership of euRobotics. We had take a look on that. Hopefully the leaders are, topic group leaders are member of euRobotics, but all the volunteers and all supporters not necessarily. But it would be cool if they would join us. And we are running workshops. We have an annual topic group summit, bringing them together and supporting them as much as possible to give them an area where they can talk about and work. And I'm once again very happy to tell you that it's mostly driven this topic group organization and the summit by Rich and David, our two directors. And we have folks running the topic groups, like Carol running the industrial robotics topic group, which was interesting. It was really hard, I think, to restart this, because that was a big surprise that people are no longer interested in this standard robot, in the mechanics and mechatronics and all these things, because they are all dreaming about AI and all the stuff, the add-ons, but the heart and the embodiment for AI with new robotics technologies, I think that's a task. And lab automation topic group led by Patrick and Radhika, just to give you an example. This all needs a portal, a home where people can put their knowledge in, where they can talk to each other, where they can team up and work together. And that's something which we are offering. And Inge is the master here in managing this. Please feel free to join the portal. It's for free. The only burden is to convince Inge that your content will be create added value, and you are nice, and you will support the community, and then it's done, and we can all work together. And all means, and that's something you for sure know. It's all from the industry. Yeah, we had to start with the small startups, with the SMEs, up to the big multis. We have to talk not only to the RTOs. We should not forget the universities with their special needs, and especially their need for money, and the regions, the associations. That's all the family, the big family. And after this talk, hopefully re-glued with you guys and the UK-based family. And I already mentioned that a big strength of euRobotics is that we really solved the problem. And from the last speech this morning, we heard that it's important to bring industry and research together, and we did it. From the beginning, it's part of our DNA, and half of our board is coming from research, and half of our board is coming from industry on the same eye level, very well balanced. And to get you awake again, there is a list of topics which we have to address, and what we have to talk about. It's industrial automation, professional services, service, robotics, not to forget the core enabling technologies, safety and regulations. I think it's still a difference if a robot gets intelligent, a home care robot standing at night beside of your bed with an AI part in it, wondering, oh, what should I do with the guy here sleeping well? I think that's a different to an AI-based navigation system in my car. Navigation system. I did not talk about autonomous driving and all these things. Sustainability. We try to maintain sustainability. The question is, are our own products and robots fulfilling this? And let's show the results. Thanks for participating. That's really cool. That's really interesting, and we will feed this result into our strategy and our development. David has a big smile in his face. Does it fit to your expectations, David?
For this audience, yes.
Okay, cool. Cool, and thanks a lot. Yeah, to hurry up a little bit more than 5 minutes, but I think we started late, hopefully. But I know I'm between your coffee break now, and therefore let's hurry up. We have other activities. The topic groups we talked about. We have the euRobotics alliances. It's always important not only sitting in the corner or behind a closed door and to whisper a little bit about robotics. No, we have to cry out loud, and we have to connect with other associations and with other groups all over Europe, and that's what we are strongly pushing and supporting. The forum, we will learn a bit later on, the week, the league, and especially our awards. With a fantastic award ceremony to honor the winners once a year, done by Steve. Once again, fantastic job done by him. The alliances, there are a lot of, on the left side with REMA, DIH Hero, Trinity, that's the DIH networks. What does this mean? The DIH network stuff was, if you have an SME, that was my learning as a supplier at KUKA too. They know a lot about their own technology. They are good in welding, in cutting, and whatever their main profession is, but they have not so many knowledge about all the digitalization, and we tell them, okay, put your application data up in the cloud, and now we are supporting you with AI-based optimizing algorithms, optimizing your data in the cloud, and you can get them back into your deployed robots, and they're doing a fantastic job. That's from the idea and from the research, great. But it does not work out there because we lost them. They are happy to do the offer with the presentation with a PowerPoint. They are pretty good in emailing. They can work with Excel. But putting application data, not robot data, really application data, what does it mean that the welding is okay or not okay? Up in the cloud, that's not there. And I know it from big automotive companies. It's not there. They have a plant, I don't want to name the city now, but it's a city in Germany, because then I don't want to do bad mouthing about one manufacturer, but they have a plant in Germany, and they have another one in Africa. Okay, this reduces now a little bit the number of companies, and they are not able to put their application knowledge to the other place. One of the big multis. And how can a small SME do this if they deploy a robot in Denmark and another one in UK? And therefore we started with this IT backbone supporting with the DIH networks to give them a chance to ask them, can you please help me with all the stuff I need beside of my application knowledge? And that's something which we strongly push and where we are partnering with, and then there are a lot of others, networks and groups which where we are talking to, and with some of them we have running alliances, with others we are in the beginning starting to talk, and I think it's a good development. The innovation networks, that was another issue from the funding and financing part. It was part, the IH network was part of an EU-funded project, and after the funding was gone, the question is once again, how can we continue working and supporting them, and therefore we got the idea that the innovation networks could be hosted by euRobotics. That's an offer we gave to the groups, and everybody, all the 5 teams, got very happy and signed an agreement with us, and we are offering now these through our platform. The European Robotics Week, another development. Before COVID happened, the week was a wonderful development. Week means last week, always last week in November, which means the second Sunday has still to be November. That's easy to check. Everybody in Europe who has something to say about robotics, who wants to talk to children, to old people, to the public, can open the door, can invite them for a workshop, can do whatever they want, and they can put this on their platform. And before COVID, we had up to 1,000, 1,500 events all over Europe with 30, 40, 50,000 attendees. And with COVID, that was all gone. Because with the shutdown, it was pretty difficult. We tried to start it in a hybrid digital way, but if you open your door to give people from outside hands-on on a robot, how can it work on a virtual way? It does not work. And we restarted now after COVID, and we're doing better and better. We had a really good event, 24 in Zaragoza, in Spain, and it was a good restart. We are not yet on the level we had before COVID, but that's a little bit a call for you. Please, if you have a chance here in UK, do the same. Do the same, and if you need support, or if you want to learn how it works, give us a call or drop us a message, and we will support us. The European Robotics League gets in the same direction, doing marketing for robotics, telling the the public, that's possible today with robots. That's the research stream, that's the deployment of these quick and dirty automation stuff, and what's available here in between. And the league was restarted after COVID too, and this happened in UK again, in Milton Keynes in 23. We will be back, I learned, in 25 now, and that was really a great event over 4 days, and 8 teams solving these 5 episodes and challenges in the robotic field. And now, last but not least, getting to our main event, that's the European Robotics Forum. A little bit the brother of the event yesterday and today, running over 3 days. Nice locations, supported by local hosts, up to 1,500 attendees, 60 and more workshops in different tracks. Beside of this, the award ceremonies, and we had it this year in Stuttgart. Next year in 26 we will be in Stavanger in Norway, and then in 27 we will be here in Birmingham. It's coming back to UK after 10 years. We checked this in Odense, Denmark, because one of the first took place there, and after 10 years we got back to Odense, and it was a nice development to see how it developed and how the market changed and how people got activated. And Odense, perhaps you know, that's a little bit this robotic region they have there. That's a wonderful development, and we hope that we can see a similar development in Birmingham. And Carol, that's now the strategy is to put the limit a little bit higher. Yeah, coming back means 10 years ago we had in 17 we had the forum in Edinburgh, and with these wonderful, nice guys with their kilts, the 2 vice presidents. They are unfortunately not here today, but if you want to blame at least one of them, you can go to Reinhard. He is, as our Secretary General, he is still here. It was really great, and I'm looking forward to come back in 2 years. And in 2 years means now we addressed a lot, we offered a lot, and we mentioned that there is a lot of homework and we have to accomplish things. And I would really like to know if you are willing to support us all together with your local associations, with us, with the teams. Yeah. Can you show us the result? Okay. Cool. That's great. That's really great. Because I'm dreaming to have together with you a workshop or a presentation during the forum in 27, and Carol, please put these somehow in the agenda to demonstrate what we started here today with your event, what we accomplished through the upcoming 2 years, and where the level which we reached and how we activated, and all the great and good developments. We have everything in place. We have the platform, we have the topic groups, we have all the folks here, we have the knowledge on your side. And with this result, I'm really happy. Thanks a lot for supporting us. It's cool. And this brings me to the end of the presentation. If I it looks like my hidden agenda worked based on the situation that most of you want to support me. I feel glad and I'm so happy to be here and that I had the chance to talk to you today. Thanks a lot for having me. Thanks a lot for listening, not leaving the room, staying. That's cool. Let's work together and let's have fun. Thanks a lot.